Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm not out hunting. I'm actually going to be doing my first Halloween decor haul of the season. It kind of seems crazy that we're just at the end of July and I already have more than enough to do a rather large haul. Don't know what that says about me and my spending habits, but whatever, right? First off, before I get into this, I want to say thank you to all of you out there. I hit 4,000 subscribers a few days ago, and honestly, it took me by surprise. I wasn't expecting it so soon. I was so shocked just to kind of check some things on my channel, and lo and behold, I hit 4,000 subscribers. I thank you. Obviously I don't know what to say because I just hadn't expected it. So thank you so very much. I sincerely appreciate every single one of you for coming along with me and all of my crazy hunts and my chats and sometimes my rambles and everything else. So thank you so much. Also, I did go to Indy for at home and everything else. I did not get a chance to stop by IKEA there, unfortunately. That video is coming out soonish. It actually involves the most video editing I've ever had to do. So that one's gonna be a little delayed. I'm so sorry. But I do have another video after that. We're gonna do this haul in alphabetical order of stores, just because I thought that'd be the easiest way of doing it instead of when I first got something to the most recent time I got something. So if we're starting alphabetical order, we're gonna start with at home. I got these little guys. So they are two small jack-o'-lanterns that do light up. See, one white, one black. Honestly, we wish they had a black one with the face of the white one. But as you can see, we have a black pumpkin with fangs and this rather demonic looking ghosty guy. Obviously, I like black and white. But we just couldn't pass these up. They were too cute not to, and they were only $6 a piece. I will say, yes, I do hear you about the at-home store prices. They have gone up. I did mention that and go over that in my at-home indie video, which will be coming out, as I said, soonish. These are really good filler pieces for shelves, bookcases, anything else like that. Next up from at home, I saw this sign that someone had posted already, and I knew I had to have it. So it says, I love curse words, and it has a spider on it and a bubbling cauldron. This is not gonna be for my home decor, this is gonna be for my office. Because it's true. It's very, very true, especially on certain days of the week. And some things go wrong. So, very accurate for me sometimes. Another thing we got from at home, and this is actually something my husband found and really, really liked and wanted. So it is a giant die, but instead of dots, it has skulls. So this guy's pretty big. It was also $10, but I mean, as you can see, it's a pretty decent size. Honestly, I thought about this as like Oogie Boogie's kind of like gambling casino-esque, like wherever he dwells. That's what I thought of with this, even though I know that die actually is completely hollowed out, so worms can kind of go in and out. Still, really interesting idea for that one. Honestly, he'll probably keep this in his room, more than likely. Or I might find a spot for it. I don't know yet. We'll see. Next up from at home, I saw this and I had to have it specifically for my theme. Now, I haven't said yet what my theme is going to be. I know what it is going to be. And I'm working on a little YouTube short, I think, to kind of announce what it is. I just have to put it together, which is saying a lot, honestly, with what I probably need to do. But this is like the gargoyle that I know that at home has, that is the very large outdoor gargoyle statue, like the huge one. I think it's like, what, $150? But this one is instead on a stone pillar. You could use this as like a bookend if you wanted to, or again, a little filler piece. I just like this also because I like things of varying heights so I can play around with my decor and the environment. But I really do like this just because I like the shading in it. you can already see like the depth. Even on camera, you could see like the different shading in it and the painting and the highlights and whatnot. So it's a simplistic, yet it catches your eye, which is what I really, really like in some of my smaller pieces like this. Another thing that caught my eye actually was this little guy. I was actually surprised that technically this is part of the Homespun Halloween line. So the very country-ish looking, or country chic Halloween line. Cause I've always thought that one, not on the cutesy side, cause I know they have like Halloween Heroes as like the cutesy one, but I just didn't think this would be Homespun Halloween. So I know it's supposed to be like a melted candle, right? But what it reminds me of, honestly, I can't remember what year there was a design like this, but like a spooky tree that that had like a similar mouth and like arms and things. I'm wondering if I'm maybe thinking of something from a movie, because that's what I think of this as, like a spooky tree meets a dripping candle, and it's like a little candle monster and things like that. Like honestly, this would be a good enemy for like a video game. Just my 2 cents on that. Of like a little, like, what is it, Little Nightmares inspired game. I think this would be a good little monster in that, but that's just me. I'm not too sure where I'm going to put this guy, but I saw it and I had that I gotta have it mentality with it. So immediately I had to grab it, because if it had that mentality for me, I had to go and grab it. These next 2 items are ones that my husband found. And given the fact that it's the 30th anniversary for Nightmare Before Christmas, and we love Nightmare Before Christmas, it's actually the theme of our wedding. So whenever we can, we get some Nightmare Before Christmas items. So the first thing that he found actually was this little tombstone with Jack on it. It says RIP. So it's actually rubbery, right? So it's just like a little soft decor that you could stand up. We actually have quite a few Nightmare Before Christmas items around the house, so we're probably putting them all in one section. So we just have like NBC everywhere over there. But we also sometimes decorate our guest bathroom as Nightmare Before Christmas, so that could end up in there. I'm still trying to debate whether or not I'm going to go full hog with the guest bath as well this year or not, or save the Nightmare Before Christmas theme in the bathroom for Yule. I don't know yet. But in any case, we do have this one. And for wall decor, we have this. So we have the different faces of Jack and his bat bow tie. It also likes to spin, so obviously this is gonna have to go against a wall. If you just hang it up as is, it'll want to do that. So these are actually cardboard, by the way. So be very careful. They can get scuffed and whatnot. But yeah, this one will probably be hanging up in the guest bathroom at some point. This is only $3, okay? So nice, easy little thing to hang up for decor. And I can't believe this is the last thing I got from At Home. I keep thinking I am forgetting things somewhere. So if I happen to find more At Home decor somewhere hiding around my house, then you folks will see it in my next haul video. Or if I go back again to At Home, which I probably am, who knows, I might end up with more, we shall see. But the next piece we got was an outdoor sign. And that's this thing. So it is a lovely purple, really nice color purple, honestly. Metal sign that says Happy Halloween, has 2 witch hats on it. I love the designs underneath the words and on the sides. Like, I don't know why, I just like filigree-esque and swirls and whatnot. Honestly, the colors also match my theme this year. I wasn't intending on bringing the theme outdoors. It kind of won't, kind of will. We're still trying to figure that out. My husband is actually taking a more hands-on approach this year for some of my decor ideas. So I'm very excited for that, to see how that goes. And I honestly am. Like, that's not a joke, I honestly am. What I like about this is that it does have like little footies at the bottom, and I believe you can take them off, so you can actually just like plant this in the ground outside. Or it does have Oh, I could just do it this way, yeah. It does have twine to hang up the sign against a wall, or it actually does have, you're probably not gonna be able to see it, and honestly, I don't wanna get this too close to the camera because it'll probably scuff my kitchen table. But it does have the 2 metal brackets, so you can actually nail this against a wall if you want to. Different options on whether or not you want this to hang up or just be stuck in the ground. So this will be out there very, very soon. Honestly, if I could, I'd decorate outside already. I already have my welcome sign for Halloween already out and about that I bought last year. That went up on July 5th because I can't wait, okay? It's hot as can be outside. I've been praying for autumn weather. I know I'm not gonna get autumn weather anytime soon, but I can wish, right? We all know how that goes. We can wish, right? Okay, actually I do have one more thing from at home, and I can't believe I completely forgot it because it's sitting right here. So, truly the last thing I got from at home is this metal bat piece. So this is actually one giant piece that hangs technically right by back here. There's one little spot you could actually hang it from, or what we're probably gonna do is we're probably going to nail this thing to the wall, in all honesty, and then find a couple other spots to attach things to get it to lay the way we want it to. Because we actually have a very large open, space in the hallway that this would be good to hang up around a couple different things. Other things you'll probably see coming up very soon. Or in another spot in the house. I still haven't decided yet, but I love bats. I love the filler items that they could be. And I just thought that this was a very nice piece to grab. $20 from at home. Pretty good, especially since it's metal, right? Now, that's the last thing from at home, I promise. Next up for the stores that we bought stuff from is Bath and Body Works. Now, a few words about Bath and Body Works. Yes, I have gone there. Yes, I have filmed. No, it's not out. Yes, it'll be in one of my future videos. It'll be my second upcoming video, unless I could tie it to my first one, at which point we're gonna have a ridiculously long video, but apparently you folks actually do not mind that. So I'll see exactly where that comes in. But the first thing I got, and it's only a small item actually. In fact, the only items I got are really small items. So this is one of the holders for the soaps. What I like about this is we have kind of like a stained glass effect. I really love the stained glass effect that they're doing this year with everything, in all honesty. So we have a skull with roses, a crow or a raven, some jack-o'-lanterns, and bats. So this, it's kind of like a goldish silver. It's interesting. It depends on the light, because right now it's like late afternoon, early, at this point is it early evening? Yeah, it's early evening. At this point it's early evening, so the sun, I could see the gold hints in it, but in morning I can see more silver. It's interesting. Also, while the crow does have glitter on it, transfer is not terrible. Like, it's a couple of specks here and there. I can live with that. So I think this is actually gonna go in the guest bathroom. And what I got to go in it is Vampire Blood. Vampire Blood is actually my husband's favorite scent from the Halloween Bath and Body Works line. I actually don't care about the scent. I got my preferred scent already out here in the kitchen. So for the bathroom, like, you do whatever you want. So we decided to go for Vampire Blood. And believe it or not, that's the only 2 items I bought from Bath and Body Works. Here's why, okay? So before anyone's like, what? Here's the reason why. We love so much, and honestly I still think it's probably one of the best lines that Bath and Body Works has put out that is cohesive together, right? So all of its groupings are cohesively done together, from the wall plugs to the candles to the little soap holders to like everything, the 3 candle wick stands and everything. But we are a family and a household where we like everything black and silver, not black and gold. So that's the problem. This line has a lot of gold in it. I have an idea of how to fix that if I decided to do something different. But I'm still debating whether or not it is worth doing that and crafting stuff over things that I know are already pretty pricey as is. So I'm still debating. I have some ideas specifically for the snake themed ones that I would like to do. And that also, my husband is also very much in love with the snake themed Bath and Body Works items this year. So that could be coming. So I might be crafting something with that. And if I do, you folks will know because you'll see a video. That's what I do with my crafts. All right, so next up is Cracker Barrel. So I know Cracker Barrel pretty much took the Halloween community by surprise and by storm earlier this season. And a large amount of us lost our collective minds over several items that were in the Cracker Barrel line. So I was fortunate enough to actually get one of them actually in store. I somehow was one of the very lucky ones, and I admit I am lucky, to get the witch. You might notice that there's something off about this witch. She is missing her lantern. Not only is she missing her lantern, she's also missing the hook and the attachment for it. It honestly, looking there, it doesn't even exist. Like, it wasn't even, there's not even indentation, there's nothing. So it was made without it. Am I disappointed by that? Actually, no, because I think it's more diverse without it having a lantern. So I'm excited with what I could do with this one. Again, I have a couple of ideas. I know, like I said, I know what my theme is, and I'm playing around with what I could do with this to fit that theme. But she is really gorgeous in person, and I know some folks out there are really tired of hearing about the Cracker Barrel witch. I think she's pretty. I think she's gorgeous. I think there's a lot of different things you could do with her. I like the fact that she is lacking in some details to the point where it is great for either a minimalist design to something extremely extravagant. I will say, and I have to agree with a lot of like the complaints about this one, is the fact it's not hollow all the way through. So you either have to put like a light underneath and also down in here. I have a couple things I could do to make that happen. But I hear and agree a lot of the complaints on the witch not being hollow. But other than that, she is a fantastic piece. I love her to death. I know she was my Holy Grail item from Cracker Barrel. My husband's Holy Grail item from Cracker Barrel, though, we were not able to get, at least not yet. I highly doubt we'll be able to get it this so far in the season. It was the Black Wraith. That's the one that he wants. We actually do have the White Wraith. You might see that one right back here. That is got green vines coming out of him. But you know what? We'll try again next year for the Black Wraith and see if we can perhaps grab him then, because he would have been actually really, really good for this year. Not gonna lie. Next up from Cracker Barrel is this tumbler. So I bet the glare from the window next to me is going to ruin this. But if you can see here, there are, oh, can I do it this way? Nope, I am just failing at this. Okay, so, oh, that works better. Okay, you can see here, there are skulls all over this, right? And this is metal. I saw this and I've been looking for a tumbler to take to work to remind me of, woman, drink water, drink water, drink water. You need to drink water. You need to hydrate. You're a plant. Just realize you're kind of like a pumpkin. You don't water yourself enough to actually get what you need. So get water in your body. Well, I'm more likely to get water in my body if I have something interesting to sip out of. I know, placebo effect. We like pretty things. It's how it works, okay? So I really, really like this. So I immediately grabbed it. I also like the fact that it's one of those plastic straws that you can't pull out, because again, with my ADHD, I fiddle. That's a fun sound, see? ADHD. I fiddle with things and I make noise, and I'm gonna have to make sure I don't fiddle with that while at work and annoy the bejesus out of my office mate, Cass. I am oh so sorry. So, but yes, Saw this, had to grab it. This next piece, we're gonna have to take a little field trip for it because it's too big to properly see here. Like I said, had to move so you folks could see at least as much of this as possible. So this is the jack-o'-lantern lantern from Cracker Barrel. It's roughly 4 feet tall. The base is a heavy-duty plastic. You can't see it, but it is got sand in it, so it actually will keep it up top and upright. This stand, the bar here, actually just kind of goes in and twists to lock into place. Same thing for the head. Now, I will say that it connects right here, and it does seem like it wants to wobble, but here's the thing. So far, I haven't had any issues. It does take 3 AA batteries, and you actually have to have a very small screwdriver to get into the battery case area to put the batteries in, and then screw it back together, and then it's good. There's not just an on switch with this, it is a timer. I think it's 6 hours. I have to double check on that one. But this thing is gorgeous as is. Honestly, I wasn't too sure if I was gonna pick this up or not. Honestly, when I went in, they hadn't even set the Halloween decor, but I knew about this and I asked about it, and they did have one in, and I decided right then and there that I was gonna grab it because something told me just buy it if you can. So I did, and I am really glad I did. Really, really glad I did, because this thing when it lights up is gorgeous. So let me show you. Honestly, it's really gorgeous in pitch black, like really, really gorgeous. I love how it looks like there's green, hellish flames, same thing with like orange, that just kind of lights through, and it just does this on repeat. I love this. More than likely this guy is actually going to go by my fireplace because I have plants. Next up is Homegoods. So we know Homegoods normally has quite a bit out. In fact, they were the first ones in my area to actually have a decent amount out at that given point in time. So we might as well start with the big one, the one that I have never seen in person until this year. We finally saw the Headless Horseman, and we finally decided to also get him. So this is actually not the one I originally would have wanted. I actually like the design of the Headless Horseman from a few years ago, where it was more, it was less wood carvy, and it was actually more kind of like an actual statue. But I like this, and my husband loves it, so I decided to get it. And I know exactly where this guy is gonna be. He's actually gonna be on my coffee bar. Also, I didn't realize that there were 2 different colors of the Headless Horseman at the time whenever I picked him up, because the black one came out too, and this is the kind of darker green-esque statue painted, kind of like how, kind of like Statue of Liberty-esque, how copper has oxidized over the time. That's what this one looks like, at least up close in person. But I gotta admit, he is very gorgeous. I've gotten several of these before in years past. Started 2 years ago with pumpkins, last year with spiderwebs, and now this year we're going with snakes. So this, these are vinyl, I believe. Yes, these are vinyl placemats, set of 6, and they are snakes that look like they're in some form of a Celtic knot. I love Celtic knotwork, and this was absolutely perfect. I also love the fact that we're sticking with doing sets of 6. Years past it was just sets of 4, but at least now I have enough to actually set my full table if I want to. It's kind of funny because my mom came around a couple of days ago, and she finally got to see what I bought so far. And she saw only part of this, and she was like, "Oh, I like this." And I said, "Oh, there's snakes." She's like, "I don't like it anymore." She, guess what her least favorite animal is, folks? She hates snakes. But I'm either gonna be using these or my spider webs for the table for autumn. If I don't use the snakes for autumn, I'll probably use them for spring. Or honestly, I might do a thing where I actually use all of them. I don't know. I've got a couple of weird ideas this time around, folks, so we'll see what happens. Up next, we actually are gonna do some towels because I love Homegoods towels, especially the very thick ones, okay? So for dish towels, and I got several of these. So we have 4 of these because I love them to death. They're white, so I know they're gonna get ruined very fast in the kitchen. But they're spider webs. And what's even better is they're spider webs with no spiders on them, which is very important in this household. I don't mind it so much on decor. My husband does. We're both arachnophobic to various degrees. I can't stand seeing them in real life around my house, especially if they're big. So that's just me. But yes, these are very thick, and I love the very thick ones because then you can actually use these for a few days before you have to switch them out, versus like the tea towels, which I know that have been like the main ones you see right now, at least in my Homegoods. They're super thin, really pretty. I mean, they're great for throwing over baked goods to keep them warm or laying them out to flip baked goods out on top of, such as muffins and whatnot. But don't do very much of anything when it comes to drying off dishes or anything. So that's why I prefer the thicker ones for that. So I have 4 of those, which makes me very, very happy. And for the bathroom, I got these. So these are skeletons, black background, orange, hem, or lack of a better term, edge. I don't know. I'm blanking on this, folks. I'm sorry. Some days I'm with it, some days I'm not. Although we've had something similar like this where we had jack-o'-lanterns, a group of jack-o'-lanterns that were similarly done like this with a black background. But the inverse of it, which I don't want to take these all off, but the inverse is white with black skeletons. They did the same thing a couple years ago also with jack-o'-lanterns. So I like these because you could use these either inside out or right side out. And I like this for that. So these will probably go into either the guest bathroom or the main bathroom. I don't know. Kind of leaning more towards the guest bathroom, honestly, but we shall see. Up next, I'm gonna move right here so that glare doesn't get you guys. So up next was essentially 2 items actually that I kind of put my foot down on and said, we're getting these. And I actually have to modify them before we actually put them out. But I got not just 1 gorgeous pillow, spiderweb pillow, but 2. So I want to put these on the second couch. Now, I really, really like these for reasons that will be shown later. But if you notice, there are 2 spiders on these, well, 1 on each one. So they are little jeweled spiders. So I'm gonna actually have to remove the spiders on here. They're honestly just a patch. So I might be able to reuse it for something else, not in the house. Since that was my husband's request of no spiders on pillows that we're putting out somewhere. So I'm like, I understand. I'm gonna wear my hat a little bit like this to keep the sun from blinding you folks here. So that's what I'm going to have to do at some point soon, is remove these spiders. I also had to get them because they're so soft. Like, they are ridiculously soft and squishy. And I'm sorry, I got these whenever I wasn't filming, I think, one day, because I just wanted to run in and see if I could find something in particular. I have still yet to find that particular item. But I saw these and I couldn't leave without them. Next item from Homegoods is this guy. And I just recently found out these are called water globes, which make a lot more sense because there's not snow in this. In fact, they're bats that fly around that. So this is a water globe with a gargoyle statue in it, and it's on a pillar. So I wanted to get, actually I want a couple gargoyles, honestly. I wanted one, and then I found the other one at home and I found that other one at home. There we go. And I decided I would get both, in all honesty. So this actually goes with my theme this year. That's the reason why. So I don't have any other things like this besides those two. But you're kind of an ugly looking dude in there, not gonna lie. But I like water globes, or I guess that, yeah, that's what they're called, water globes. Or anything that's like this that you could shake or has things in it. So really like that one. And finally, from Homegoods, I saw this and I know it's not really practical, but I had to get it because I've been watching too many things lately involving bartenders and making mixed drinks. So this is a shaker with skeletal hands on it. This is going to be more for show and for decorating, since I do have a little mini bar area over here, and this was too good to pass up. Okay, so that's the reason why I got it. And honestly, I also kind of like it because this acts as little handholds because it is glass. So if you have like these metal hands to hold on to, you're not gonna drop this with it being filled with ice and your liquor and everything else. So, and I think, yep, and there's a little rubber tubing around there to keep it sealed. Although still, hold down while you're shaking it. Up next, I have JOANN's, and I have my eye on a few items from JOANN's right now, but I'm just waiting for more sales to hit, in all honesty. But there was one piece that I refuse to leave without, and I'm glad because I found this one at the JOANN's at Indy, and my JOANN's here in Champaign still does not have this, at least the last time I checked. This is, I'm gonna have to hold it this way, sorry, so I don't blind you with the sun that's trying to set here. But this is the mirrored moon, the mirrored crescent moon. So it can be hung with the string right here, but there is also a metal bracket right here. You can't really see it right now because of this in the way. But there is a bracket right here. There you could also hang it at. And another one right here. So you could kind of just hang it this, yeah. Essentially, yeah, you can hang it this way. We're just gonna hold this way for right now. Sorry, folks. The joys of trying to show off a mirror during, whilst the sun is setting. This was not my brightest move, I'm sorry. So, I had to have this. I wanted something like moon-like or crescent-like or something like that. This is gonna go up on the wall, either the large wall where the bats will be paired with this, or this is gonna go up over the spot of, what is it? Or this is gonna go over one of the smaller bookcases. Right now there is a raven glass art piece that I also picked up from JOANN's, I think 2 years ago. Was it 2 years ago? Maybe, yeah. And, or I might change that out and put this there instead. I don't know. This is one I'm gonna play around quite a bit with. I do have a lot of options though, so we shall see what I end up with. But yes, I cannot leave JOANN's without this. Up next is Michael's, and I will say, you're only gonna see a very small percentage of what I've bought from Michael's so far. That's because the majority of it is actually craft items, because I will be making at least one wreath this year, and I realized there's actually an extra wreath form just right above me to my right that I just completely forgot to do anything with, and it's just sitting there bare. So I might have another wreath I'm doing this year. We shall see how that goes. And yes, my Michael's is now putting out all their Halloween lines. The Electric Halloween set last week. Yes, I had that on video. They are setting the other two ones right now. I went and checked today. I have not recorded any of those. Believe me, I'm going to be spending a fair bit of the remaining part of my budget at Michael's this year, at least as far as I know. So, with what I got from Michael's so far. Last year, I was very obsessed with cauldrons. That hasn't ended. So, I got 2 of these cauldrons. They're technically, I think they're considered planters of all things. Okay, these are considered floral containers. Honestly, I consider these candy bowls because I have some containers that I got from Michael's last year that are also cauldrons, but they're oven safe cauldrons. So I'm going to actually put those back in the cupboards where they belong then, and switch all of those out and instead put these out so I could actually have some bakeware cauldrons that I can bake some stuff in this year. I don't know what I'm gonna bake in them yet, but I'll do something with it. So I now have some ceramic actual cauldrons that not only have the 3 legs, but also the mini handles. I mean, I'm obsessed with cauldrons. Really, I am truly, honestly obsessed with cauldrons. They're all over my kitchen. And when I saw these, I couldn't pass them up. My husband, bless his heart, just rolled his eyes whenever I pulled these out and was like, look what I got. He's like, okay, all right, here we go again. Yeah, you can tell I married the right one, right? So, have 2 cauldrons that I could decorate with. Well, honestly, they're just gonna go in spots where some cauldrons already are. So I'm just gonna be changing the cauldron guard, so to speak. And the other item that I got from Michael's, it's the first one I saw that I truly wanted from their line. So it's the bat bowl, or technically the bat floral planter piece-esque thing. Yes, floral container is what it says. I don't know what it's going to be for. I honestly don't. It was cute. It's a bat that is just kind of like spider monkeyed its way around a bowl. It was too cute, folks, okay? It was adorable. So, yes, I had to grab this one. This might be used for treats. This might be used for something else. Honestly, I might put my medicine in it. I don't know. We shall see. Actually, yeah, having this be like a medicine bowl in the kitchen might not be a bad idea. I already have something else that's currently I have another cauldron that's currently being used as like my daily medicine bowl, but this one might go better in all honesty. We'll see. Or actually, no, you can honestly, or you might go back there and hold some stuff that I would put in coffee. We shall see. And finally, we have TJ Maxx. So I've said it before, but our TJ Maxx and Homegoods are separate. They're actually a few blocks apart from each other. Our TJ Maxx has a tiny, and I mean tiny, section to put decor items. They are mostly all clothes. That's it. So it's not a lot of items unless you're looking for pillows or blankets, but actual decor, not so much. You go to Homegoods for that. But they do have some items. And honestly, they have the one spooky mug that I bought. I will admit this was a joke because because my husband always says that I have enough spooky mugs. Actually, one of the cabinets behind me is filled with nothing but spooky mugs right now. And to be fair, I really don't have room for more. So if I want a spooky mug, personally, I have to reason with myself why it's something different. Or am I sure I don't have anything that's just like it? And I guarantee I don't have anything like this because it's a color I would almost never pick. So it might not show up on camera right because it's looking a little white to me. But folks, this is pink. Like, this is a very pale pink. And I don't do pink. But it was so cute. And I can't believe I'm saying this. And this will make sense. I promise you, this actually will make sense with my theme, believe it or not, okay? So, it is a pink coffee mug. And we have like the rock on. We have the horns. Metalhead here. We got to. And it does say Bad Witch in the lip. So that was too good. I had to. It's also a nice size. I like the ones where you could actually get all 4 fingers in. So, because there's so many now that are like the really cutesy, fancy, artistic looking mugs where you can get like maybe 2 fingers or 3 and it's so small and like you have to hold it like a teacup because you think you're gonna drop it. So I'm all about handles, in all honesty, when it comes to like my coffee mugs. That, and I like doing this with it. So this is one of those good, just kind of like cold morning, like, oh, please work. Caffeine, please work, I need you. That's one of these coffee mugs, but pink, okay? Husband definitely couldn't say no to that one because, well, when have I ever brought home a pink item that was for me and not a gift for somebody else? Up next was honestly perhaps one of the first purchases I made of the season because I saw it. Did I really need it? No. But I wasn't leaving the store with it because it was so soft. So soft. It is the Skull Spooky Blanket. God, just holding this, okay. This is just one of those uber soft, like ridiculously plush, like, honestly, I could just do this and this would like make me calm. Like, you just have this be like a weighted blanket, but still be this plush, I'd be catatonic. Like, seriously, this is gorgeous. I love this thing so much. It's huge, it's oversized. How big are you? It's 50 by 70 inches. So that's big. I believe this is actually tall, like taller. This is longer than I am tall. And that makes me very happy, okay? So, I love this thing. Yes, we already have plenty of spooky blankets. I still might get more spooky blankets. Yes, I know it's a problem. No, I don't care. That's just, you can never have too many blankets, okay? You can never have too many blankets, in my personal opinion. As someone like me who's a chihuahua, you just can't do it. And I didn't even realize the inside. Oh my God. The inside is just as soft. Oh, okay. Okay. I'm gonna have to put this down. I'm just gonna like cuddle this for the rest of this. And honestly, it's not very much longer, but still, it's a nice blanket, folks. If you can find this, I would recommend grabbing this. It is from, that does not help. Okay, it's a Cynthia Rowley Curious New York, okay? So I love this thing so much, seriously. And the last item I got was legitimately a complete surprise. I walked into TJ Maxx one day. I was just perusing, was looking for, again, that one specific item that I just didn't get. I did see one word on a doormat and it had been folded up and I hadn't seen any of it else besides that. And I was like, what is that? It said nightmare. And there's one thing consistently that I know that's going to have the word nightmare on it, and it's something that's Nightmare Before Christmas. Needless to say, this is the perfect doormat for our house this Halloween. So this is so iconic. I am big on the iconic hill, the curled hill, and the moon, and Jack and Sally and everything else. And it's like, it's made like how the brown rough doormats are, but I like the fact that it's all black. Even from, as it catches my hair, even from the sides, it's actually painted all the way down. So I really adore this piece. This one was only $13, which that made me giggle too, that it was 13. Needless to say, this is perfect. It's not an extra long one like we had a couple years ago, but that's fine. We've been needing to get a new doormat anyway. We get a new one each year because they just don't last terribly long out here, which is a shame. This will be going out very soon. All right, and with that, that is all the items I have bought so far this year. So not bad with only 2 months into the season. And Michael's is just now setting. We haven't seen anything from Target yet. We know that Lowe's and Menards and Home Depot has their stuff coming out very soon. I'm forgetting a slew of others that still have to get their stuff out. But yeah, it's kind of crazy how much stuff has already come out so far this season. I will say, my intention is to start decorating in September, early September. Now, I will still be buying some items, but I should have enough by early September to get everything set out. Because I have a distinct feeling that this one is going to take me a long time to get just the way I want it done. So, I have no idea how many videos that will be, but I will be recording the process. I just hope that everything goes the way I want it to. I do this every single Halloween and Samhain season. I get big ideas and then I realize I actually need to pull it off. So, I'll be doing all of that. I do have 2 videos coming out at some point in the next week and a half, which are 2 Halloween decor hunts. They actually is going to require quite a bit of voiceover work, since the majority of those hunts I was with my husband, and I didn't want to have him sit with me and just wait for me to give my analysis in the car, when sometimes that can take upwards of 20 minutes per store. And we were out and about doing errands or out in Indy, and we wanted to actually hit all the stores, because we hit stores to the point of right before they closed. So needless to say, there's a lot that I still need to do with those videos, and then edit all of that, and then everything else, and it's a lot, folks. But I promise you will enjoy them. So I have that coming up, and of course I will go back out hunting. Probably not this week, because this is going to be editing, but more than likely next week. And then I will have a chance to go to IKEA and At Home again in mid-August, because I am going up to the Chicagoland area for a bachelorette party. And the day after that, when I check out of my hotel, I plan on hunting in the Chicagoland area, at least a little bit. So, thank you so much. I hope you enjoyed this. If you like more content like this, feel free to subscribe. I do this throughout the entire Halloween season. So you'll see plenty more of Halloween decor hauls, as well as hunts. I do have 2 other hunt videos that are already out. You can feel free to check those out as well. And again, thank you so very much for helping me reach 4,000 subscribers. I know for some people or in some other channels, that's not a lot, but to me, since this is just something I like to do in my free time, and honestly, it brings me a lot of joy, going out and hunting and decorating and everything else and sharing it with all of you folks, it's a pretty big deal to me. So seriously, thank you so very much from the bottom of my heart. I really appreciate it, and I appreciate every single one of you. So thanks so much. Remember to go after whatever your dark heart desires, okay? See you in the next one, folks.